What do you understand by the term teacher behavior? Discuss the 10 categories system of classroom interaction analysis. OR. How would you modify teaching behavior through Ned Flanders interaction analysis technique? OR. What are behavioral objectives? OR. How would you modify teaching behavior of newly appointed teachers by applying Ned Flanders interaction analysis techniques? Flanders Interaction Analysis System, FIAS, Flanders Interaction Analysis Category System was developed by Dr. Ned A. Flanders. It is an observational tool used to analyze classroom interaction between teacher and student, on the basis of observation. It was designed to categorize the types and quantity of verbal interaction in the classroom. It is used as a coding system to analyze and improve teacher-student interaction pattern. It was formulated for teacher effectiveness and student welfare. It is used specially for verbal behavior and class communication. The communication between the student and the teacher is generally verbal rather than non-verbal. FIAS is a 10-category system of communication possibilities. There are 7 categories used when teacher is talking, teacher talk, and 2 when the student is talking, student talk, and 10th category is that of silence and confusion. Categories of Flanders Interaction Analysis System, FIAS. Category 1. Accepting feelings. In this category, the teacher accepts the feelings of the students. In this category, the students have the right to demonstrate their feelings, they are not punished. Accepts and clarifies an attitude or feeling tone of a pupil in a non-threatening manner. Feeling may be positive or negative. Predicting and recalling feelings are included. Category 2. Praise or encouragement. The teacher praises or appreciates the activities of the students, saying, good, excellent, and encourage them by promoting them to explain or to say more, explain more, elaborate further, etc. Category 3. Accepting or using ideas of students. In this category, the teacher accepts the ideas of the students. He explains their suggestions or ideas in his own words or style. Category 4. Asking questions. This category includes only asking questions. After asking questions, the teacher should necessarily get the answers. Asking a question about content or procedures, based on teacher ideas, with the intent that the pupil will answer. Category 5. Lecturing. This category is used for giving information or when the teacher is trying to explain something or is discussing something. Category 6. Giving direction. Instructing the children to do something in the class is called giving direction. Example, all student will stand in front, or sit down, and do the work. Category 7. Criticizing and justifying authority. This is used when the teacher criticized a student for his improper behavior and says, I don't like this or, get out from my class, etc. Category 8. Pupil talk responses. When the teacher asks questions from the students, then the students answer the questions and obey the instructions in a verbal manner, then all these responses come in this kind of category. Category 9. Pupil talk initiation. In this category, the students initiate the discussion and are curious to ask questions and say something. The expression of ideas by students is included in this category. Category 10. Many times such situation arise, when in the class, all the children start speaking together and the observer cannot make out who is speaking. And sometimes in the class, such a situation comes, when no one speaks, i.e. no verbal activity takes place. Pause, short periods of silence or short periods of confusion in which communication cannot be understood by the observer. Characteristics of Flanders Interaction Analysis Category System. It is a scientific and objective method of analysis. There is a system of feedback. It is a reliable method for evaluating classroom teaching. Through this method, the behavior of teacher and his teaching improved. It is able to observe subtle micro-classroom behavior. This system is used to analyze the teacher's teaching. Teachers make their own assessment. Through this method, we collect factual figures and systematic information, data regarding teacher behavior. It has proved that this method is very beneficial in various research activities. Basic assumptions of Flanders Interaction Analysis Category System. Teacher's behavior influence the student. Learning environment of the classroom is also important. The teacher's behavior can be improved by the use of feedback. Predominance of verbal communication. Higher reliability of verbal behavior. The interaction between the teacher and the students has great importance. Verbal behavior is more creditable than non-verbal behavior. Advantages of Flanders Interaction Analysis Category System. It is an observational tool used to classify the verbal behavior of teachers and students as they interact in the classroom. It was designed for observing only the verbal communication in the classroom, and nonverbal gestures are not taken into account. It is an effective diagnostic tool to measure the social-emotional climate in the classroom. It gives feedback to the teacher. It can be used as a mechanism of feedback device for the modification of teacher behavior. It helps to understand the classroom interaction, and it helps to determine the classroom climate. Observation after every 3 seconds ensured observer record almost all the behavior of teacher and students. Disadvantages of Flanders Interaction Analysis Category System. It required trained inspectors. This system consumes a lot of time and energy. In this method, very little attention is given to the student statement. It is not fair. This method is used only in the classroom with verbal behavior, but not with non-verbal behavior. The system does not describe the totality of the classroom activity. Some behaviors cannot be categorized and go unobserved. Tabulation of data pairs into 10 by 10 matrix is a time-consuming process. System is content-free, i.e., the technique provides no information about the quality of the content. Procedure of Flanders Interaction Analysis Category System. Encoding process. The observer or supervisor who wants to observe the encoding procedure should specially sit in such a place in the classroom from where he can watch all the activities and reactions taking place in the class. He should be able to understand it also, because he has to categorize each behavior. After the end of every 3 seconds, the observer writes down the category best describing the verbal behavior of the teacher in the class. So, it means that in 3 seconds 1 tally, in 1 minute 20 tally, in 5 minutes 100 tallies have to be classified, and attention is paid to the accuracy of encoding. In a time limit of 40 minutes, no encoding is done in the first 5 minutes because time is needed to settle down. After encoding the events of the class, observation matrix is prepared for the explanation of this strategy. In this matrix, cycle of event and student behavior are also mentioned. In this observation matrix, there are 10 columns and 10 rows. Observation are tabulated and converted into a 10 by 10 matrix. For making observation matrix, in the beginning of the report and at the end, category 10 is entered. 2 categories are combined together to make a pair. There are 100 cells in one observation matrix. Decoding process. Decoding process includes interpretation of observation matrix. This observation matrix has been interpreted in 2 ways. Quantitative, category ratio, behavior ratio, interaction variable. Qualitative, flow chart, box flow diagram, interaction model. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share for more videos.